Hello everyone, I'm with me, and today we're going to be responding to a series of videos. Basically, all these videos are about people who have questions for atheists. Whether they're questions, just genuine questions, or questions atheists can't answer, I'm going to be doing, all the videos that I have bookmarked right now on my Chrome browser. So let's do this.
Evening.
Oh, you should have let your phone record there, because it sounds like you said pinning.
Recently, I was online and I watched a video clip from a non-believer who was posing questions for Christians.
Yeah, there are a few videos out there like that. I believe you.
And he titled this 10 Questions for Christians. This is my response.
Oh, nice.
Number one, how can you look? And this is 10 questions for atheists or unbelievers.
Oh, so wait, are you said it was a response. I thought you were actually answering the questions. Well, I shouldn't have assumed that. This video is called 10 Questions for Atheists, but it just seemed like you were going to respond and then go to the question. Whatever. Just continue.
How can you look at creation and not believe in God? That's my question.
How could you look at a caterpillar? How could you look at a centipede? How could you look at a spider's ugly face and think, hey, you know who made that? God made that, and God is so great. That is my question for you, mister. How can I not? I don't know. I guess I just don't believe in God, and I don't believe that he made the earth. I don't believe that he made the desert outside of my house. So since I don't believe him, when I look at stuff that was supposedly made by him, I don't think it was made by him. So there's my answer.
Where does morality come? If God doesn't exist, where does your sense of right and wrong come from? That's not something that can be created in a laboratory.
The chemicals bouncing in your brain and society's representation or expectations of morality.
Number three, why are you so angry at someone you don't believe in? You spend so much time. You go on Christian sites posing negative comments. You spend so much time trying to stop Christianity. Well, why do you spend all this time trying to stop something you don't believe in?
Me personally, I don't spend a lot of time on this subject. I mean, usually when I do videos about, religion and such, I usually do them in a short amount of time and then upload those videos later on. So that way I'm not forced to do a video every single day or something along those lines. Like, I don't go on a Hat in Time discussion forums and then go, hey, everybody who believes in God is stupid, because that's rude. A Hat in Time has nothing to do with religion or God, so there's no point in adding that to a Hat in Time. It's just a fun little platformer. And no, I'm not angry at God. I don't really believe he exists. I used to be mad at God because I used to believe that he betrayed me. That's my stupid brain going, oh, God made me sad, when in reality, I just made myself sad. And I don't go to Christian forums. I mean, there is this one forum I kind of visit every now and again, but I don't really comment on it because people already reply to the posts that are already been made. So I don't really have anything insightful to say, so I just leave them alone. So yeah, there's your answers.
Number four, how can you live without hope? Without God, there's no hope. There's no reason for living. We live, we die, that's it.
I used to think that, way back when in middle school, when I was being bullied and, and like, it felt like everything around me was slowly crashing down into the ground like an airplane. I told myself that the only reason I didn't kill myself is because hell existed. Now, imagine my surprise once I became an atheist and I didn't believe hell existed at all. As you know now, I haven't killed myself because I realize that not killing yourself just because hell exists is a very selfish reason not to kill yourself. The reason why I don't just kill myself, the reason why I'm still living is because I have family and friends that care about me. And if I die, they're going to be really sad. And since I know how sadness works, I have empathy for that. Now, you could say I have no hope or whatever, that's fine. But I do have hope. I have hope in a lot of things. I have hope that this channel that I'm making will grow and be successful. I mean, it's already been more successful than I ever thought it would be, and I only have like 200 subscribers. And that gave me hope. That gave me hope that I can still continue on and make YouTube videos. And now I'm getting kind of emotional, but you get the point. I have hope, even though I don't believe in God.
Number 5, why do you talk about morality when you don't believe in the author of it? What's the point?
Because I don't believe he's the author of morality. That's a pretty obvious answer. I mean, geez. The point is to tell people like you that we aren't immoral, selfish assholes.
Number 6, what's it like to believe in something when the evidence for it is so overwhelming? You have all this creation. Everything is fitly tied together. If just a little was out of sync, we would float off in space. If gravity wasn't perfect, if the cycles, the oxygen cycles, the carbon cycles, if everything was not perfect, we would cease to exist.
It may seem perfect to you, but to me it isn't perfect at all. I mean, yeah, sure, it is kind of amazing how we live at all in the first place. And the fact that this solar system is just about right for our planet to live and thrive, it's incredible. But when you realize how big the universe is, there are so many galaxies. They probably have planets just like us that maybe have life too. So in the end, in the universe, with the infinite number of galaxies, not infinite number, but you get what I mean, like just the sheer amount of galaxies, it's honestly hard to imagine that there wouldn't be more life. Why do we live in a solar system with 8 planets? Or 9 planets? I forget how many planets there are in our solar system. Okay, I'm just kidding, but you get my idea. Why are there a certain number of planets in our solar system? Why do we have one moon? Why do we live in the Milky Way galaxy instead of another galaxy? It's all circumstantial. That's what I believe. Oh, and by the way, I think this is a repeat of your first question. So, yeah, make better questions, please. Thank you.
Number 7, have you ever prayed or called out to God? I know of a lot of people that don't believe in God, but they still call out to him, even though they say they don't believe in him, which is just ludicrous.
I don't pray to God anymore because, I don't believe praying does anything. Because I don't believe God, does anything. Because I don't believe he exists. Therefore, why would I pray?
Number 8, why do you pray to something that you don't believe in?
Excuse me? What? How can you pray to something you don't believe in? I don't believe in it. I don't pray to it. Why? Are you assuming a bunch of atheists pray to God? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Number 9, how can you explain your existence? Your reason for being? How do you explain why you're here or how you got here? That should convince you that God's real just in itself. The probabilities of all these things happening in sequence, the probabilities for that is so high. It's not possible just to be a coincidence.
Well, I don't know an explanation for it, but I'm not just going to assume God made us. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm not just going to say that God made us because I don't have an answer. That is a very shite answer, okay? Shite. It is shite to believe that. It is shite to just believe God exists because you don't have another explanation.
Number 10, how can you create something from nothing when science says you can't? Science says you cannot create nor destroy from nothing.
So now you believe all atheists believe that something is being created from nothing? I think you're delusional, dude. Okay, that's the end of the first video. Questions that atheists fail to answer. Let's go, buddy. Let's see. Like to dislike? Nope. You aren't allowed to like or dislike on this video. That's for sure. Yes. First of all, something expanded. Second of all, we don't know what happened in the beginning. We don't know if there was nothing in the beginning, nor do we know if there was something in the beginning. Not all atheists believe that we came from nothing. In fact, I doubt most of them even believe that. Wow, what a great answer. If I come on a piece of paper and it says God, Will that be the answer for where the ejaculate came from? Man, this is a very gross thing of me to say. I apologize. Everything is a transitional form. Everything! You, your father, your grandpa, your grandpa's grandpa, your grandpa's father, every time you have a kid, that kid is a transitional form. When they die, if you go down that line, you can see how the great-great-great-grandpa formed into you, or the very last generation of that family tree. We are all transitioning every time we give birth to something. Same thing with the animals. Everything, every single fossil is a transitional fossil. Your answers are terrible, by the way. Hope you know that. First, prove to me that God does exist. You're the one that's making the claim that says God exists. You need to prove that God exists. I don't believe that God does not exist. I believe in the possibility that he could exist, but I'm more lenient on he doesn't exist. But you 100% believe that God exists, right? So since you 100% believe God exists, you have to prove that he exists in the first place. So far, you've done fuck all. Just keep trying. You'll figure it out eventually. I don't like this Bible verse because it kind of justifies a lot of the mean things that happen to atheists. Like, they're without excuse, so they're gonna go to hell whether they like it or not. But his invisible attributes are clearly seen. No, they are not. If they were, I wouldn't have cried so desperately when I thought God betrayed me. They are not clearly seen. I hate this goddamn Bible verse so much. And I hate you for putting it in your video. I'd probably cry and be really sad and angry. I'd feel like God betrayed me, for sure. Because when I lost faith in God, I was crying and, it hurt a lot, like I said a million times before. So if I found out that hell is real and I'm facing God face to face, I'd ask him why. Why are you going to take somebody who used to be your devout believer and send them to hell because you didn't make a move? I asked and begged you to show me anything, and you didn't do jack shit. And now you're going to send me to hell. Great. Yeah, I wouldn't be going down to hell without at least an argument, because that is some BS, man. Okay, I don't know if Jesus existed or not. I don't know if he was actually crucified. I don't know anything about, the argument of if Jesus really existed or not. But who knows? Maybe he did die for atheists. I don't know. Great. I didn't know that. Yay, hooray. I would clap, but I'm holding the microphone right now, so I can't. So, hooray, you did it. I didn't actually know this one. Wow, good job. Also, how is that a question that atheists fail to answer? I mean, I guess I failed to answer this because I honestly don't know the answer. I don't know if Jesus existed. I don't know if he died. I don't know if he died for something, and I don't know if he died for atheists. Honestly, I don't know. So, did I fail to answer this question? I guess. But he didn't answer. Wow, seek God, and he will answer. But he didn't answer. So, alright, yay, last video. 3 questions for atheists. Oh boy, here we go. Views challenged. Ooh, he's gonna challenge my views. Oh damn.
Hi there, this is Mr. Khair, and this time I'm not going to answer. Rather, I'm going to have some questions for the atheists, and I hope they will come up with the answers to these questions. Yeah, so let's go for the first question.
A little bit of a long intro, and I hear kids in your background. That's bad. You shouldn't have kids in your background, but whatever. I'm not here to criticize your video. I'm not here to criticize your shitty camera work. I'm just here to answer some questions. So go ahead. Ask your questions.
The first question is, let's assume that living organisms have evolved over time and we have a common ancestor. But the question is, before there was something, there was nothing at all. So how nothing can evolve into something? I mean, I'm very confused that how nothing evolved or time into something.
Well, maybe. The farthest back scientists can go is the singularity. So who knows what was before the singularity? Maybe it was just a singularity. Maybe nothing was nothing. I'm trying to explain this correctly. Maybe there was nothing before the singularity. Like, maybe it was just a singularity and the singularity was the beginning. Well, I don't believe... Me personally, I don't know how the universe exists. I don't know how the universe exists. I don't know why we're here. I don't know how we're here. I don't know anything about our universe. Well, I know enough, but I don't know enough about the creation of our universe or how our universe was, formed to give you a good answer for it. I have no clue, alright? I have no idea. But I do not believe that we came from nothing, because personally, I believe that makes absolutely no sense.
The second question that I have for them today is like, where does rationality or reason, human reason, reside in our body?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask a philosophical question like, does reason even matter at all in this in this gigantic universe? We are just a small speck. Who cares if we have reason or not? Nothing matters. But now you're like, where does it reside in our body? Is that really your question? It's the brain. The brain has all the thoughts and shit. That's where reason resides from. Man, I think that's the easiest question anybody's ever asked.
Right? And the third question that I have is this, that where were you 100 years ago? And where are you going to be 100 years after?
100 years ago, I wasn't born. And 100 years from now, I'm probably going to be in a grave somewhere. Maybe out in a lake. Maybe in the ocean. So I wasn't born 100 years ago, and I'm going to be dead 100 years from now, so I don't know where I'll be 100 years from now. Who knows, maybe I will be in a graveyard in somewhere where I live, but it might get robbed or something. Who knows, dude? I don't know. I have a question for you. Why is that a question for atheists? What sense? Why? I'm asking, why did you ask that? Because I don't know why. What, are you challenging our views by asking us where we were 100 years ago? Maybe it was a different question and I'm interpreting it wrong. I have no idea. But that's what it sounds like. So that was that was an interesting question. Well, yeah, those were some interesting videos. Hope you guys enjoyed my responses to them. Please leave a like if you did. And, yep, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.